What, Wayne? What? It's time. I want to lose my mind. Wayne, if this album isn't great, you're getting replaced by a country pop album, all right? And this one wasn't bad. So you got some real steep competition. I've been waiting for this moment for 23 years. Bryson Tiller on Trap Soul's been waiting for it even. Kendrick's been waiting for it. You know, Bryson on his album said, hey, Carter 3 man, Carter 4 man, Carter 5 man, where that shit at? It's right, it's here. It's in my hand right now. 23 tracks. Oh, okay. You want me to tell them on camera? Okay, I got you. Wayne, that was Chief. He said this he don't know if this is it. Nevertheless, it's a new Wayne album, man. It's a new Wayne album. Everybody's excited. It don't matter, you know, what you think of Wayne and his discography. Like, it's a Wayne album. I was convinced this shit was never coming out. So let me go ahead and take these off because they're foggy and I need full vision to see Wayne's vision. Track number 1, I Love You Dwayne.
I can't wait for your album to come out.
Album fire already.
A lot of people ask me when it's coming out.
You got your mom on the intro? It's a wrap.
Yeah, but I always spit my rock. I love you, Dwayne. With all my heart, use my life.
Me too. Very heartfelt intro. You know when dudes start off rapping and they got their mom on the intro, they just letting you know, I'm about to kill this shit. I'm not doing it for myself. I'm not doing it for my fans. I'm not doing it for, you know, my homies. I'm not even doing it for Lil Saint. I'm doing it for my mama. Track number 2, Don't Cry, featuring XXXTENTACION. Now that's weird. I didn't know he was gonna be on the album. And that's funny because it comes after the track where his mom was crying. So that's cool. I never expected this pairing, ever. Around the corner and the U-turn signs looking like a smile, nowhere to turn but around and around, just another. Oh my God. Why? I'm on a triple extension on my motherfucking afterlife. I like the hook. I would prefer if he don't say nothing though and just keep the I think it's a little long, but I enjoy that track, you know, for the most part. I like the hook. I like Wayne's verse. Not too bad. Track number 3 is Dedicate. So you can play. Too soon, too bad, too cool, too hot, too lit, too high, too move, too eyes, too view, but too blind, too bloom. Who do that suit you? The high hand with shooters that shoot through the Iron Man and see through the comment and I hear a diamond. I love it. I did it on Island. Now I'm just buying land back to the block where they got more rock fans than the fucking rock. I'm surprised he still got it. I really am. Track number 4 is titled Uproar. I never expected to hear this beat ever again. You're a tough guy. It's enough joke. What the fuck, yo? Where the love go? Trade the ski mask. He's basically about to make a scene. That's about it. It was an okay track. I like it. I like his flow, basically. I guess, like, Wayne's delivery is more enjoyable than most of anything on here. I'm not really a fan of that beat, you know, so I wouldn't mind not hearing it again. Track number 5, Let It Fly, featuring Mr. Scott himself, Mr. Astro World. Let's see what he's got. Birds in the sky. Wait, what? That wasn't Wayne. How many times have we said that shit before? Oh, shit. You keep pussy just to lick? What? Nah, don't do that. Don't say that again, Travis. No. We don't mind losing our mind, free your mind, read your mind, rain and blow your mind, control your mind freak, no sober mind, I'm so behind, but front line. Oh my God. You better stretch the line, skip the line till you no more next in line. Yeah, Tunchi Tune the lunatic, my goonie goons the goonie clip, more than one or two. That's one thing I guess I really still miss and like about Wayne is his ability to play with one word forever. That's why it's just like, it's odd when I see people like putting Wayne down because he used to be a person, I guess, that you couldn't really understand that well. And even sometimes to this day. But it's like, you listen to his lyrics, you can't say that this dude isn't a rapper. Come on, man. Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Oh, that Boosie clip is hilarious. Yeah, the bass drops in there were glorious, mixed beautifully. Travis Scott's voice sounds great. It creeps into the track. Wayne has a great verse after Travis Scott. And I love the way Travis takes control of the song first. So it sounds like a Travis Scott song. Then it turns into a Wayne song. I love that. And neither I feel really outdid the other, outshined the other too much. They did great. It's like the track fit for both of them individually. I can see both of them having their own versions of this track. Track number 6, Can't Be Broken. Break Me.
The face the truth because they hate the view. They taste the juice. I hope it make them puke. I'm just like tornadoes too, man. I'ma need some crazy glue. Her walls is what I'm breaking through. I was built to break. I'm smoking icky, watching Ricky Lake. I got a lawyer that's her indicator.
Yeah, I'm liking the idea behind this track too when it comes to not being able to break him down and being through too much, having too much to lose, obtaining too much in life before any one person could, attempt or think about, stopping his legacy, stopping his growth, stopping what he's got going on. He's saying it's not possible. I've been through too much. I don't know how much I'm feeling it as a song, though. It reminds me of some early 2000s Eminem. Next track is Dark Side of the Moon featuring Nicki Minaj. Miss, I'm number one. Let's hear what you got to say.
Sky is falling down, I am falling for quicker. We hide amongst the clouds and we pardon the enigma. The sound isn't surround when I'm in her solar system. But quiet comes my quasars to eclipse it. People living on their rocket ships. My mama always told me that
she don't sound bad. I see Nicki in her R&B bag. This isn't bad. Wayne sounds, a little odd to me on romance cuts, so while I do like it, and Nicki Minaj's singing was pretty good on that track, I just don't know how I'm receiving Wayne. If you were a woman, you'd have your ex showing up to your house drunk, and then this is the result. Track number 8, Mona Lisa featuring K. Let's see, this is one track that I knew was gonna be on the album. It's been teased for I don't know how many years, so I don't know if this is an old track or if it's a new one, but we're gonna see.
Give us the word, we come through with AK just to stick up. She scream like a victim, like you. That bitch ain't no angel. I treat her halo like a frisbee, and you tell her your business, you tell me your business. You tell that bitch what you think. Your first thought is to start second guessing. She said what's wrong, he say nothing, keep resting. She said what's missing, how you know something missing. She gave him some head, boy, you can't trust them bitches. Then she said, I see.
Oh, this track is hilarious.
She feed them lies with his silverware. She don't want love, she just wanna share.
Oh my gosh, she feed him lies with his silverware. This just proves how stupid you niggas are. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. He really made a whole track about women finessing the rap game. Or any man with money. That's just funny to me. Like, how you get to the point where you finally have this much to your name, and you still stressing about you still stressing about pussy. That would be the least of my problems.
Tell all his secrets, he tell all his fears, and then she tell me, and I be all ears. Then I go and tell my people, walk up to the door, and right before he knocks, she open the door.
Oh, this is like Charlie's Angels. Like he's got these chicks on the payroll telling them to go finesse these men to bring him back the merchandise. He's pimping them. Oh my god.
They started French kissing, so you didn't see moi. Then she let him in. They stopped on the dance. Music up loud with his head in the clothes. That's enough. You can put your hands down. Then he looked dead at him. He shook his head at her. She a good actress and you a dead actor. You be dead after we get what we after me, nigga. She slipped something in and I pay for me, nigga. Mona Lisa.
There has been no hook this whole time.
Every day she wake up with a different color makeup.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume this track was recorded around when Kendrick did To Pimp a Butterfly, because he doesn't sound, unless I'm just being way. I'm really not though. It's a difference between the way Kendrick sounded on To Pimp a Butterfly and Damn. And he sounds like To Pimp a Butterfly Kendrick right here.
No, bitch, give me your phone.
No, let me take this call real quick.
You fucking ringtone is the shit that you do. Touching yourself, looking for your daughter, the peppers, the Pedialyte, and my mama daycare at the school, and she never did charge you scanners. Since you like rappers that's killing that pussy, I'm killing myself.
Oh, track was phenomenal. Wayne just rapped about a chick he was pimping to go get this simp ass dude because he's never had it a day in his life. So when he got money, that's the first thing he went to go get. When he got some fame, that's the first thing he did. He got finessed. But I'm assuming this is Kendrick speaking from that perspective now, and as he's saying, okay, damn, this is a lot to take in. As he's saying, like, I'm emotional. He said, if you like nigga dudes that kill the pussy, I'ma kill myself. God damn. This track is just fun, in my opinion. Not just because, you know, Wayne's talking about what he's talking about, but because Kendrick is just so accurately and effortlessly portraying the role of this person, of this man that's overly emotional, that can't handle, I guess, can't handle a woman's preference over him. And so this is his reaction to it. He spent all this time. He thought his money could get him somewhere, and it didn't. And it didn't. And it's hilarious. Wayne's rapping, incredible. Kendrick's rapping, incredible. The vocal inflections from Kendrick, incredible. Love this track. Track number 9, What About Me?
If you saw me, would you understand?
No. This ain't it, Chief.
Girl, what about me?
This ain't it. I say this ain't it, even though it probably is it, but it's just not it. And I only say that mainly coming down to personal preference. This is the one track that I kind of dislike out of many reviews that I've done and many first listens that I've done, that is really down to personal preference. So I can understand people liking this track. Personally, I don't like Wayne in his romance bag, auto-tune, let me croon at you girl kind of bag. I mean, sometimes it works, but sometimes it doesn't. Track number 10, Open Letter. That kind of like a violin type deal. What are you writing? Oh.
Probably won't miss me till they need me. Have problems with that man that they need me learn. Then die trying to teach him love. Die trying to reach him. They care more about how much I leave and where I leave it.
They care about how much I leave more than how I'm. Oh my God, that was a good one. And I would assume somebody like Wayne would feel this way after a while. Like, okay, do these people around me really love me? You know, are they concerned about my wealth? You know, about what I can do for them? Or are they genuinely concerned about my spirit? Are they trying to put me in the right place? I mean, because there's no reason that a guy like Wayne should have been in the position that he was in that whole, you know, lean situation a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, because that was just happening like within the last year. So I just feel like certain people should be exempt from certain things because of their, not only their impact, but just you should have people around that, you know, should be looking after you enough. If you make these decisions, that should be like, nah, let me take that out your hand. Let me get that away from you. It's just, it's a little odd. Yeah, I like this track. Very introspective, very thoughtful, kind of just an open letter to what seems to be his family, his fan base, his homies, the rap game, himself. Introspective Wayne, I like it. I'm here for it. Track number 11, Famous.
Boys, people point at me, say, oh my God, they got a point. Tried to blow my nose and blew my mind. Your shoes, I take them off and find a beach.
I'm not, you know, I'm here for introspective Wayne. I'm not really a fan of the beat, the beats for the last 2 tracks. The open letter one was cool, as far as the beat is concerned, and I like the lyrics of that one a lot. I'm here for introspective Wayne. On the second track too, it just seems like he's acknowledging that being in the spotlight isn't all it's cracked up to be. It's a lot harder than he probably expected, even though it was a want before he got to that mainstream appeal and that mainstream success. It came with a lot of problems, and it came with a lot of you know, agony. So I can understand what he's saying in terms of, okay, this is what I wanted, this is what I was expecting, this is what I got though, and it sucks. And he's showing that it had an effect on his relationship. The perspective that his mother had of him, probably, I'm assuming. So it makes a lot of sense, and I'm glad introspective Wayne is just talking about it. I say introspective Wayne because I don't like filler Wayne like that. I like this Wayne. He's in his grown man bag. Track number 12 is Problems.
Versace button down, unbutton to the top button.
Is this supposed to be a What a Time to Be Alive remix song, or... Track number 13, Dope Niggas featuring Snoop Dogg. I already hear the sample. I already hear the fucking sample. Don't hide it. Bring it out. Bring it out, all right? Give me the Lil Kim. Oh my God. Nah, homie, we not doing that. Hold up. Did you hear the beat? Let's go back and appreciate the beat drop, the bass, the mix, and the sample. Bring the spirit of Lil Kim out of this song. Hold up, bring it right back. Bam. Hear it again.
Money on your mind and we aiming at your table. Check me out or just be quiet in the library, nigga. Or the flowers on your grave gon' be dying. As long as I'm a you customer. See, I can get it to you anywhere, anything.
Yeah, Snoop, we all knew Snoop Lion wasn't gonna stick.
Lost the remote, all my niggas ballin'. Tired supposed to be ho, I can change the world.
This track is dope, and I love Snoop Dogg on the hook. I love Wayne. This track is awesome. This track is awesome. Between this one and Mona Lisa, instant bops. Not even bops. Not even bangers. I can't even call these songs bangers. What are they? They Waynes? What is this? Is this music? Track number 14, Hittas.
The truth is hard to swallow. Do you have cups? Use the rope to hang myself to tie money bag up, money in the air. Who said white men can't jump? Catch that nigga late night on. They just wait for the word. This shit like Wheel of Fortune. Goddamn these snitches know that. Goddamn these snitches know.
Like, it's weird because if another rapper would have said that, I probably would have looked at it like, ew, why'd you say that? But when it's like Wayne's been doing it for so long and giving bars like that, it's just, it comes off as funny now because it doesn't feel like he's saying it with the intention of trying to give a good bar. It just feels like he's saying it with the intention of just throwing it out there. Like, oh, I just wrote this shit because it rhymed, not because I thought it was this deep metaphor or anything like that. And I know I can feel based off the way he says it in his delivery when he says it, in his nonchalant attitude as it comes out of his mouth, that he just wrote it because, hey, I'm rapping. Like, this is what's coming out of my head, so I'm putting it on paper. I don't know if that always works out to his benefit, but I think if he's only going to be considered in certain conversations, then it's not a big deal. Track number 15, Took His Time.
Said God took his time when he made me. I put my pride to the side, all safety. Thinking back being boo. Trigger happy as goons. Bigger mansion and pool. I need a map of this room. Don't need a casket to view him. Card in an Android. Shots all in the airway. Bullets make him do ballet. And you've been blabbing, you've been bickering. I've been blacking, I've been sipping like the Dracula. I've been feeling like
oh man, another great track. Again, it's just Wayne saying I'm one of a kind. I still like the confidence. It doesn't come off like deflecting or anything like that. It really does feel like he thinks this about himself. It just comes off as genuine confidence as opposed to I gotta be, you know, into myself and over, you know, and conceited and shit like that because I'm a rapper. It just feels like it oozes out. Production on this track is great. The bass drop right at the beginning is phenomenal. The vocals in the background act beautifully. It makes the track such a lovely music experience, just aside from the rapping. Track number 16, Open Safe.
Bad bitch with the face glitter. Snoop Dogg. Murder was the case, nigga. Yeah, my homie got an open case, nigga. We in this bitch like an open safe.
I feel like I'm back in 2006, man. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, who got the house party? Wayne, this is what I was asking for. This is great. I haven't drank my water this whole time. Where do I put this? Oh man, like, the album is pretty good so far, man. It really is. We got 7 tracks left, 6 after this one. Start this shit off right. Who is it featuring? I don't know. Apple Music hasn't scrolled to the thing yet. But yeah, I'm liking this, man. Production's great, mixed well. It doesn't sound dated. My fears have not been confirmed. There's a lot of new Wayne material here that isn't based in any idea or a concept so deeply that you can't enjoy it firsthand and not know what he's talking about, I guess. And I guess that's what makes it a little bit more enjoyable, a little bit more accessible, most likely. And these aren't simp tracks. He's not just sitting around in his feelings. It's like he got out of that place and got right back in his shit, and it's just like, it's great.
We got badass bitches in the house tonight. We gon' start this shit off right. Let go, yeah.
I fucked around and made a bunch
That's
of
what Ashanti sounds like when she's yawning.
I'm fucking awesome, to awesome have a child for me. Got homies who ain't coming home till the cows coming. Niggas with power, they
what does that even mean, Wayne? I'm fucking awesome until awesome has a child for me. Like, what does that mean? I'm not mad at it, but what does it mean? I get it. You know, the vibe is what gets you more than anything else. I'm not a fan of any of their singular performances on this track necessarily, but the vibe of the song, I think, is that's what gets you. That's why it's called, I think, Start This Shit Off Right, because it's like, let's get the vibe going, let's flow into this. I understand, but nah. Track number 18, Demon.
My energy, eating die sympathy, screaming, cry, infamy, coming like mental Benjamin. So now I'm at sentencing, about to start giggling and then start sizzling. Demon.
You know who I just realized sounds like Wayne? Isaiah Rashad. Yeah, that track just solidified it. I've been listening to the Sun's Tirade recently. That's who I've been hearing off of that. That's who I've been hearing. I knew it sounded familiar. You gonna tell me you don't like this shit? Come on, man. Get out my face. Somebody leave in the comments what song he's got in the background. Oh shit. I think I know now. Why did you do that? My eyes are seriously welling up. Because this is like, I wasn't expecting to get so much enjoyable Wayne. Like, what is this, 18 tracks in? And I don't really think, like, it feels like I've been listening to this thing for a half an hour. Track number 19, Mess. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I would love to hear him over a track like this. I know the bass is going to come in and ruin it, but just try something new, Wayne. Take some notes. He didn't drop the bass. Oh, my God. That's too many problems, Wayne.
If she gon' ride on this Tune Express, I'ma have to excuse her text. She gon' have to excuse the rest.
I'm getting the vinyl. I'm confirmed getting the vinyl. These last 4 tracks can be trash. I'm getting the vinyl. I cannot believe we have an album full of Wayne material. Nothing but native information, or information native to Wayne, not drowned out in a concept or a storyline. Just Wayne, the whole album. And it's this enjoyable. I did not expect this one bit. Track number 20, Dope New Gospel.
And I'm a Negro, so my open mind got a screen door. Bitches won't come pay the Negro and end up with nothing but beat.
Keep in mind, I'm a Negro, so my open mind got a screen door.
Make a fist cause I'm a handful. I never really knew my dad, girl, but still grew up to.
Or at least that's what it feels like. Wanna get back.
I guess it's just the music experience. Like, this whole thing so far has been really enjoyable because Wayne has either grabbed some good features, with the exception of the Ashanti one. I just think he knows how to make an interesting and engaging song. I think the music so far has just been really engaging when it comes to the energy. These tracks themselves, you can't really say are drowned out in some sort of, like I said, conceptual material other than Wayne himself. It's just the music, it hits, it grabs at something. On most songs on this album, it grabs at some part, whether it's your mental, whether it's your physical, whether it's sonically, it grabs you somewhere, or emotionally, it grabs you somewhere, and it holds on, or it just yanks at you a little bit. And once it hooks, it just stays. Track number 21 is Perfect Strangers. I also like his lines in here referencing his white cup and walking around with how it's not a good look, and him kind of saying it's based off of the paranoia, it's based off my upbringing. Like, once we get to this stage, you don't really know what's next. So it's kind of like being prepared either for the inevitable or the worst. And I guess the white cup isn't really anything much when you compare it to what might be going on up here. Because once you get to the top, I mean, I can speak for myself. If I were to be in his position, especially if I were a little bit younger, like catch me at 18, 19 years old, I probably would have been like in the same thought process of, I got to try a whole bunch of new things and new experiences, because now that I have attained all this, the only next step, I'm assuming would be death or something like that. I can't assume based off where I come from. I can't assume that this is going to keep going. So I get the paranoia, I get the stress and the lack of awareness, the lack of knowing. I understand where he's coming from on that. Track number 21, Perfect Strangers. That's like the 15th time he's used the man in the mirror line, though. Yeah, I guess it's Wayne just going back and thinking to himself, like, how am I doing this? I keep this chick, like, what? Who are you? What are you doing? And I get that disappointment in yourself. You just... It seems like a good idea in the moment, but, like, you come back, you just, like... Sure, she looked good and sure it felt good, but it's just like, man, it didn't do anything for me. Track number 22, Used To. I could tell this is about to be something crazy.
Me 6'9", now she make a friend try. She used to make me love her, now she make me realize.
Waiting on that to happen.
Drago, if he dies, he dies. Find out where he reside and find out where he hide. Shoot you in your head, give your ass 3 eyes, and you still ain't see a fucking thing until you see 5. I remember you, I was never into you. I tell my shooter shoot you.
Oh, you still don't see a fucking thing until you see 5. Carter 5. Okay, Wayne.
They in it too, and bitches too. They mention you, they ditches you. Run up in a nigga house, pistol in that nigga mouth. Safe cold now, nigga coughing up a spilling out. Oh my God, I used to smoke the gas, now I smoke the gas. Used to touch the keep it on the
This is what I wanted.
feel like I've been Drago, Lil. If he dies, he dies. If he dies, he dies. You know you
This shit is getting downloaded. I'm sorry.
on the B-side, I feel like I've been Drago, Lil. Bitch, and if he dies, he dies. If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies. Just one more time. Just let one more time.
And bitches too, they mention you, they ditches you. Run up in a nigga house, pistol in that nigga mouth. Safe cold now, nigga coughing up.
I've never made that noise before. That track was pure perfection. I don't want to hear anyone's comments on that other than it's fire. It's pure it's amazing. The vibe, the streets, oh my God. I'm imagining all the people I didn't. Never mind. I just want to go back. Oh man, this track makes me sad, nostalgic, and also brings forth so much raw emotion and so many. Oh man, nah, dog. The shit. Oh no. Let's go to the final track. Let it all work out. Just get something for the ending. Why not? Just do it.
The woman told me not to wonder the crumbs. You only see them when the cookie crumble. Nigga to my nigga with the strap on him. I never turn my back on him. Cause nigga act like they.
Well, I thought you said go to my nigga with a strap on. What the fuck? Hold up, chill. Roll, go back.
I'm sorry for even apologizing. I tried compromising and went kamikaze. Put it to my head and thought about it. Nobody was home to stop me, so I called my auntie. I just to be smart about it. Too torn apart about it. I ain't where my heart was pounding. I shot it and I woke up with police on me. Another life and he made a profit.
Wow. That was the Carter 5. That last track was wow. You know how much of a place like of growth, like how much growing you have to do to get to the point where you can come back to a moment where you say for literally your entire career, I shot myself when I was, 5, or I think he was around 5 or something when that happened, or he was really young basically. I don't know the exact age. And he says it was an accident. And then on this track, he comes around to admit he tried to kill himself. Let the cards fall where they may. Let life happen. Let it all work out. Overall, how am I feeling about Lil Wayne Carter 5? I'm putting a vinyl on a wall, man. I am. And it's not even... That's one of the things that's odd, too. It's not even that I'm a big Wayne fan. I'm just mesmerized and shocked that in 2018 he was able to deliver a project that was on par with some of the other things that I enjoyed most this year, musically, thematically, and just technically, because he's still technically a great rapper. And I think that's what's flooring about this whole album, is how much, I guess not really content, because there is a theme here that's not really based in content other than Wayne and his personal life. But I mean, obviously it's the Carter series, it's the Carter 5, so you're gonna get Wayne information. You're gonna get stuff primarily about Wayne, only about Wayne. It's gonna make sense in that regard. But just the technical rapping, I did not think that he still had it in him. I didn't think that he still had the delivery. He still had the flows. He still had the speed. He still had the capabilities. He still had the ability to play with words. And Wayne is one of those people that you shouldn't really sleep on when it comes to his lyrics, because there's going to be some things that you go back to and you find like, that's what he said? That completely crossed my mind, because the song is enjoyable. You're paying attention to how great a lot of the melodies and the beats are for these songs, that you're not really sometimes paying attention to what he's saying. He's still dropping some jewels every now and again. So let's not sleep on him as a rapper. I think the emotion in that last track and the emotion in a couple of these tracks just go to show the Wayne influence over the rap game over the past 5-10 years, even before that. You know, you listen to albums like this, you just realize how influenced people like Kendrick Lamar are by Lil Wayne. Like, look and pay attention to his vocal inflections even. That is a direct, I'm not going to call him a biter, but that is a direct, like, damn near copy paste vocal inflection that Lil Wayne has that Kendrick Lamar's been using for a while now. You know, you go into, you know, and it's the same case for a lot of artists. You know, Uzi is a product of Wayne and Kanye. There's so many people. Chance is a product of Wayne and Kanye. It's so many people that Wayne has influenced, and to still come out with a record having something to contribute musically and thematically and still have your own place solidified in this genre of music, that's what I find telling and flooring. Just going, that's what I call impact as a rapper. That's what I call being able to come out back into the game without resentment, telling information that's personal to you, things that you've been dealing with, and even to come out near the end of the album with truths. I think it just sounds great. Now, there are a couple of tracks on here that I'm not necessarily happy with, like the Ashanti track, a couple of the tracks where Wayne tries to be a little bit more romantic. I'm not really a fan of those. They appear quite often or quite a bit on this album, which I'm not really a fan of, but I understand their place. They do bog down the listening experience a little bit. This album having a lack of information outside of Wayne and it being 23 tracks long can probably be a slug to get people to go through. So I understand why they wouldn't want to. There is just so much music here that's so engaging that I can't really be upset with the 23 tracks, which is weird for me because when I see that, I'm instantly turned off from an album. I don't like tracks, you know, existing more than 20 or so, like more than like 13, 14 tracks. Once you get to that mark, you're entering very uncharted territory, and if you're familiar with it, you're probably DJ Khaled, and you're probably putting out bad records anyway. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get features from other artists that were a little bit more anticipated too. He's no longer with Young Money, so it makes sense that, you know, it doesn't have to have the Nicki Drake combo song or anything like that. But I would have liked to see some more rappers being featured on this. I would have liked to see Rick Ross. I would have liked to see a Drake feature. I would have liked to see some of those other artists. We didn't get them. I would have loved to see a Meek Mill feature. But I'm not going to sit here and harp on things that I wanted that we didn't get. The songs that we have are the songs that we have, and that's what it is. The features that we did get were still pretty good, like the Nicki Minaj feature. I thought didn't bog down the song that she was on. I thought that was a pretty good singing from Nicki Minaj. I thought the track that features Kendrick Lamar was beautiful. Travis Scott. I'm gonna stop it right there. I think Wayne, you know, obviously him being a seasoned individual, being at the status that he is right now, could probably have more ideas topically, but I just think, you know, him being absent from the game for so long and still being able to deliver something this entertaining, you know, granted the duration and how long it takes place, is just, it's telling. It's telling of who Wayne is focused on, and it shows up in his music. Wayne is focused on Wayne, and nobody else really seems to matter when he's making music in these types of albums. So, the Carter 5 from Lil Wayne, really enjoyed this, man. Really enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. I'm curious to hear what you guys think, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.